my second discussion video. Now, before we get into the topic for today, some recent news out this week. LEGO put on their Facebook page a new video for Bionicle 2015. Now, this may bring some enlightenment, but most likely it will confuse you. If you want to see it, I'll leave a link in the description below. Oh, and where are my manners? My name is BioGhost1000. Hey, Ghost! I just remembered we forgot to play this song on the first episode.
So where's your class if you are wrong in all the right ways?
You should have thought about that earlier, Jarduk. Anyway, this week's topic is what Bionicle's return means for Hero Factory. Isn't that ending already? Hold that thought, Jarduk. I still need to tell those who don't know about Hero Factory about Hero Factory. Fine. Thank you. Now, Hero Factory was the successor to Bionicle, back when Bionicle ended in 2010. It involves these heroes who are assembled in a machine assembly plant similar to that of Iron Man's armor assembly. They go and hunt bad guys and cut off them. So basically, they're like robot police. Now, over the course of its run, although the sets have improved tremendously, the story, in my opinion, has somewhat derailed. I'm not going to get into much more detail than that. Otherwise, this video will be over an hour long, so on to this week's topic. Now that Bionicle is returning, what does this mean for Hero Factory? I mean, Hero Factory was put here to be a replacement to Bionicle, right? Right. Hero Factory practically ended a series on the rise. Actually, no. What you talking about, Ghost? Bionicle wasn't doing all that well in 2010. The storyline was overly complicated, so much so that new fans that are trying to get into it had trouble keeping up. And even back in 2008, the parts were pretty easy to break. So Bionicle was generally failing to meet LEGO's expectations. So they had to ask themselves, what was wrong with Bionicle? Was it the story? Or was it the fact that they were buildable action figures? So they used Hero Factory as a sort of gauge. Basically creating a whole new story, making it simpler, so the newer kids can get into it, and introduce a whole new line of heroes. And Hero Factory was, well, pretty successful. So let me get this straight, Ghost. You're saying that Hero Factory was just a test to see what was wrong with Bionicle? Exactly. But now that Bionicle's coming back, does that mean Hero Factory is gonna go away? I'm sure some Bionicle fans would actually want that to happen, but me? I personally don't really. Even though the story has gotten kind of off kilter, the sets aren't that bad. They're actually somewhat decent. With that being said, let's get into some possible routes that Hero Factory can go. 1. Hero Factory could actually go in tangent with Bionicle. Now, before you say that's a terrible idea, let's keep in mind that Hero Factory has fans of its own who would like this line to continue. Now, let's get into some examples. In 2014, LEGO thought it'd be a good idea to introduce a new line called Legends of Chima. Now, this sent a little red flag to the fans of Ninjago, which was ending its third year. However, as it turns out, there was a line for Ninjago in 2014, and Chimo opened in tandem with Ninjago. And as far as I know, they both seem to be doing pretty well. Now for a not so good example. In 2002, during Bionicle's rise in popularity, LEGO thought it would be a good idea to introduce a new line, one which they called Galador. And in the next year, they shut it down. Now, many factors led to Galador's lack of success, but one of the main ones was that Bionicle was already a set product, and fans were hesitant to switch that, myself included. So, putting Hero Factory in tandem with Bionicle might work, but it might not be the best idea. Which leads me to option number 2. Put Hero Factory in an already set LEGO line, such as Technic. Now, before you say that's a lousy idea, keep in mind that when Bionicle was first starting out, it started out as a branch from Technic. This really gives the best of both worlds. You have Bionicle with its own line, and Hero Factory sets are still being manufactured. Of course, LEGO could go with option number 3, which is put Hero Factory on ice for the time being. That way, Bionicle won't have to compete with another line with very similar aspects to it. That's not to say that Hero Factory won't come back. I mean, Bionicle's coming back in 2015. Woo! And there go my eardrums. Back to my train of thought. So, even if LEGO goes with option number 3, that doesn't necessarily mean Hero Factory won't return. They're just shelving it for later use if they so choose. I personally think that option number 2 is the best route for LEGO because that will make both Bionicle fans and Hero Factory fans happy. With that being said, I'll bring this video to a close. If you think I made a sound argument, or if you think I'm out of my mind, please leave a comment below. Oh, and this week's YouTube shoutout is for Punisher Films, for really enticing reviews and insight into game and movie related news. I will see you all next time. Can I play the song now? Alright. Yeah, buddy!
So